This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity Podcast. And today's discussion is building businesses, niches or general. And so I had a great discussion with someone yesterday, a young entrepreneur building a business, brilliant person, building a brilliant product. And the discussion becomes, are you building a brilliant product or service for an identifiable target audience, or is that audience so massive it's not really be identifiable? And it's not that you can't build an audience and build a product for a massive audience, for a massive consumer-driven audience. The reality is, in building a business today, it's much harder to do that unless you also have massive money to pay for distribution or have channel distribution. You could build a small business with sort of grassroots, small business growth, picking up a customer at a time. But if you really want to break into a consumer market, you almost always need some way to either channel distribution or find distribution. In contrast, for most of us, much easier to build a business around a very specific niche area where you really know your target. So if you're trying to acquire customers, listeners, readers, buyers, clients, whatever it is, you're really targeted to people in a certain area who need and want what you do. So sort of my own sense is you could do this either way. You could build a business around a niche, my preference and at least my understanding and my experience, or you could build it around a much more generalized area. But understand, if you're going to build around a most general area, you're probably going to invest relationships in either channel partners or distribution partners or others if you want to achieve any sort of scale. That's the discussion today. It came out of a discussion I had yesterday on a young entrepreneur, brilliant entrepreneur building a business, and just my thoughts on the more consumer general business versus a niche-centric business and how to approach it and chances of success. In any event, thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity Business Podcast. We hope you get something out of this. We hope you enjoy it. Here's a quick postscript from Scott Becker. One of the suggestions I got recently was, instead of giving out one gift certificate to somebody who listens in and the first person to text at 773-766-5322, we're going to try this today. The first two that text at 773-766-5322 will get a $50 gift certificate from Amazon. That's one of the FANG stocks, one of the Magnificent Seven, whatever Amazon is. The first person to text, or the first two to text, will each get a $50 gift certificate. You can't do this multiple times. You could do it one time every month or so, but please go ahead and do it. Go ahead and reach out to me. And thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity Business Podcast. And thank you, as always, to Chanel Bunger. I am privileged to work with her, our great producer. Thank you very much.